Throughout the 2024 legislative session here in Idaho, there was a really interesting storyline to follow, one that involves all of us who pay taxes here in Idaho. The budgeting committee, JFAC, they undertook a major lift, creating a new process to be more transparent with budgeting because that budgeting is done with your tax dollars. Leaders of JFAC aim to dig into base budgets to make sure that money is being spent correctly and effectively. Budgeting leaders have said very clearly they don't want JFAC to be a rubber stamp committee. Certainly there are opinions across the board on how it went, and lawmakers are still working to improve the process. The ITD budget is a whole other related thing we can touch on another time, but JFAC met this morning to talk about an idea catching on in other areas, performance-based budgeting, and the Mountain States Policy Center helped walk them through it. In short, though, the concept sets up a meter of how tax dollars are spent based on a defined outcome for each specific agency. And that data, along with all other data that is pretty available in 2024, that would create a full sphere of information and would help create decisions for future budgeting. This isn't to say that money is being randomly allocated. It's not. It's the idea, though, that there is more defined and easily understandable metrics to follow in agency budgets. A lot of that work is already being done by the executive branch when they prepare the governor's recommended budget. The idea is now proposed, though, to have the legislative branch lock in with it, too. And we heard some fair concerns about the idea, great questions, and a general idea of where JFAC leaders want to see the conversation go. Take a listen.
To see that those funds are used in a way that really does accomplish what the citizens, the taxpayers, and all of us would hope would be accomplished, and not just some routine of give the money to an agency and just let them go for whatever they want to do. So there's a fine balance.
Now, it's up to the agency to decide how to measure what matters, to your point, right? I mean, one of the lessons I learned from No Child Left Behind, right? Back in 2002, standardized testing, 100% of kids were going to be able to read. We just had these goals. Well, it didn't work because we weren't measuring what mattered. A standardized test was not effective at helping us with our continuous improvement. Now, can they be a useful tool? Yes. Did they work in the way? No, they didn't. So that's why the executive branch will execute or implement the path to get here. But our job then comes in, and it won't be us telling them how to do that. It'll be them doing that. It will be us making the process, the performance-based aspect of their work to trying to get to those part of our process and institutionalizing that.